situations that happened when we were 7 or 9 or 10 or 6 or whatever, to be able to go through and figure that stuff out. Because I think that truly is that inner child that comes up in those moments when you start to get really pissed. And there's stuff that just automatically happens. Just like you'd mentioned with hitting or touching a hot plate. Like, you know, when you touch that, you have that reflex that you pull back because your body's like, oh, this hurts, this sucks, don't do that. That sort of reflex can come up if there are things that are inside of you that when a situation happens, it goes, oh, and just automatically comes up, and out pops that 8-year-old kid that's just really fucking upset. So being able to have those conversations with yourself is huge. But honestly, it starts with the awareness to go, wait a minute, this feels almost like a little kid, and being able to actually deal with that stuff. So how do you then go through and manage in those moments? Because I think this is the sort of stuff that's really, really palpable for the people that listen to this. It's the how-tos in those moments. Because, look, I could probably pick a handful of people that I know that listen to this, and then people that I don't know that listen to this that have the same shit that happened. They're like, yeah, man, me too. This stuff will happen. It's just dumb little shit that doesn't need to make me irate. And the next thing you know, I'm just furious. And sometimes it's easy. Yeah, and it's easy to just eat into it. And you're like, well, I'm fucking mad. Well, while I'm mad, I'm just gonna be more mad. It's like, no, just pull yourself the fuck back and figure that out. So walk us through that. How do you pull yourself back? What's that look like?
How do I pull myself back? I got to be honest. At this point, if I'm in that state, I can't pull myself out of it until it expresses itself. And I might have to go like, yell. And then I feel better. But if I don't do something like that, like maybe I got to go to the gym or something, it'll stay with me for like an hour or two. And then it's just one little thing again. Well, it'll flare it up again. But what I'm noticing, like, so these are the questions I asked myself when I started noticing that, because it got in the way, like one particular instance where I would have rather that not happen because like I was late with some project I was working on. So when I feel that way now, what I have to do, and I know this for me at this point, is I have to separate myself from whatever I'm doing and then just sit down and just get back down. And don't try. If I try to feel better, it doesn't work, because then all of a sudden my head picks up again and it's like, you're a piece of shit, just digging into me over nothing, right? And I could see it rationally. Like, none of that makes sense, head. Why are you saying that? Why do I actually feel like that? You know? And it's like, it's all these really defeating terms of, you can't do anything. You're not good enough. Look, you tried, but you failed. Like and it's just over and over and over. So like I got to distance myself. Now, how I realize that I'm able to work through this now is that when I see that I'm anxious, and like if I have like 3 or 4 phone calls in a row during work, and this pile of work's piling up and it's almost 6 and I didn't even get to start it yet, that's when I'm very receptive to that happening again. So what I'm starting to do now is when I see that happening, that precursor to it, it's much easier when I'm there to calm myself down. But the minute that thing spirals and pops off, it's like I have to just wait it out. It's like a storm. But now I can see the storm coming more clearly, and the more I pay attention to it, I could even see it steps and steps ahead, and that's been very good for me. Then the other question that popped up was, if I can allow a bad thought for me to grab it and really like amplify it, like you were just saying, why don't I do that with good thoughts? And what could that do for me? And I've been trying to play around with that a lot, because, I'm a very big advocate. I mean, I personally believe as truth, without question, that the intention, our consciousness plays with this reality in ways that we can't see, and I've been through it enough where I've seen just that when I have a shift in how I'm feeling and what I'm looking toward, all of a sudden they start appearing, right? And we see in like quantum physics now that intention literally does change how things at the atomic level or, at the quantum physics level, it changes how it operates and how it behaves. So I believe that to be absolutely true. So when I don't feel good or I'm thinking negatively, I'm trying to get out of that as quick as possible because I don't want it to echo back to me, that negative feeling. But I notice also when I feel negative, that negative feeling is often way more powerful feeling than when I feel good. So I want my positive feelings to be that loud so I can try to echo more good stuff back. So that's what I've been trying to work on, because I don't, and I really try to keep it down. Like I'm not in a bad mood for more than an hour, because I'm scared that it's going to ruin other things I've been working on,